Every once in a while, something comes in that looks like it just came out of the junkyard. But when you look a little closer, a really interesting story unravels.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing this
Whoa,
morning?
whoa, whoa, hold on, man.
Man,
Get something put on that glass. What you got?
my great-grandfather passed down to my grandfather, and it's a piece of railroad iron, and I want to see what it's worth.
You know, this does share a striking resemblance to an old Civil War relic. It's called a necktie, more precisely, a Sherman's necktie.
I have this piece of railroad iron. I got an anniversary coming up. I may get a nice present for my wife. I can't imagine why has it been handed down to 3 generations and not just thrown away. There's got to be some value to it.
General Sherman had a policy that when he went in and took over an area, he would literally burn the town to the ground because he didn't want somebody coming back in using the resources or whatever in that town to attack him from the back. They would cut a section out of the track. They'd heat them on the fire until they were red hot and then take them and wrap them around a tree. It's called a Sherman's necktie. That way, the railway was no longer useful. Sherman's forces basically made it their mission to destroy all the railroad tracks. They would twist them to the point they could never be straightened or reused. They literally stopped the Confederates in their tracks.
This could be more than just a piece of scrap iron, and this really could be worth some money.
Well, it actually looks like narrow gauge. There was a lot of narrow gauge railroad that run through Louisiana in the Civil War. If it is narrow gauge railroad, which I'm pretty sure that it is, it could be a Sherman's necktie. If it actually is, I am extremely interested in it. Narrow gauge railway was used in this area during the Civil War, and it appears to be bent right. Civil War memorabilia is big around here, and if it's real, I'll have no trouble selling it. What exactly are you trying to do with this thing?
I'd like to sell it if it's worth something.
I got a buddy of mine that can clear up all of those questions for us.
Okay.
He's actually a professor, and he specializes in Southern historical items. Why don't you let me give him a call? Then we'll see exactly what we got.
That's what I'd like to know. That's why I brought it here.
Sounds good. Let me give him a call. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay. If this piece of railroad tie is important enough to get a professor to drive in to come look at this, that just makes me feel great because I'm gonna walk out of here with some money today.
Earlier, guy brought in an old bent piece of railroad track that looks like it could be from the Civil War. So I called my friend Sam in to help me make heads or tails of it.
Well, what have we here?
I'm pretty sure it's an old piece of narrow gauge.
Yeah, it's definitely narrow gauge, all right. I'm a professor of Southern history at Southeastern Louisiana University. I love history so much, I do it for a living. What's the story on it?
Well, I heard it's come back from the Civil War, but that's about all I know about it.
The corrosion and everything is consistent with it dating back to at least the 1870s. We know what happened in this area. In the raids in 1864, they came through and really did numbers on the railroads, and they would burn the cross ties, heat them up. I would be certain if it came all the way out and it looped, you know, because that's where the term Sherman's necktie came from. During World War II, they could get so much for scrap metal that they would come in and clip the ends off and sell the excess. And with the angle and the twist on this, Johnny, I think it's very possible that he may have something here. With any item like this, it's always tough to say I'm 100% certain this is what it is. But after looking at this, I feel confident that this is a Sherman's necktie.
What would something like this be worth?
As it sits right here, probably $100. But we're in the sesquicentennial of the Civil War right now, and items like this command a museum value. This is something that would be worth potentially as much as $250.
Sam, we appreciate it.
Thank you much. Anytime, Johnny. You know, it just sent an electrifying rush through me that this is something that you rarely ever see. This guy has brought something important in.
When everything comes down to it, something's worth what 2 men can agree on.
You're absolutely correct.
So, what do you want to get for it?
With the history of this piece, $400.
125 bucks.
Man, that hurt.
I build some sort of display for this. I'm going to end up in the high range of what he was talking the piece would be worth.
And I got my anniversary coming up. $200 least I can take.
150 bucks.
I can bring it home, and maybe I can bring this to my wife for her anniversary.
I think your wife would kill you.
Probably so.
I'll tell you what, best I can do, I'll do $165, and I'll help you with the price on an anniversary present.
Sounds good. You got a deal.
Sounds good. Let's go get you some money.
All right. And Johnny offered to help me out with the anniversary gift, and that helped to make my mind up to go ahead and sell it. I'm pretty happy with what I got today. It's a whole lot more than if I'd have sold it for scrap iron.